You got the text back. You got the job. You hit the number. You finished the thing you told yourself you'd feel different after. So you texted your mom. You posted the update. You closed the laptop. And then you just sat there, waiting for something to arrive. It didn't, and the silence felt heavier than all the months of working toward it. If you've felt that, this is for you. Here's the thing nobody tells you about ambition. We live in a culture that worships the destination, the diploma on the wall, the follower count, the before and after photo, the 6 figures. We are told, over and over, get there, then you will feel it. So you worked, you sacrificed, you delayed things, and you got there, and your brain said, nothing. Maybe a flicker, an hour of excitement, a day, and then the baseline came back, like it never left. Psychologists have a name for this pattern: post-achievement depression. It doesn't need a diagnosis, it doesn't need medication, but it needs to be understood, because when you don't understand it, you assume the problem is you, that you're broken, that you don't deserve to feel good, that you'll chase the next thing and feel nothing again. And sometimes, you're right. You do chase the next thing, and you feel nothing again, not because you chose wrong, but because nobody explained what was actually happening inside your brain. I want you to stop for a second and hear this clearly. You are not lazy, you are not ungrateful, you are not someone who will never be happy. The emptiness you feel after achievement is not a character flaw. It is a feature, a deeply wired, evolutionary feature of how the human brain was built. You were not designed for arrival. You were designed for pursuit. And once you understand the mechanism behind that, everything changes. There's a chemical in your brain called dopamine. You've probably heard it called the pleasure chemical, but that's not what it actually does. Dopamine is the wanting chemical. It fires when you are moving toward something, when you believe a reward is coming, when you are in the chase. Neuroscientists call this the anticipatory dopamine loop. Think of it like your brain's internal fuel system. It runs hot during the journey. The moment the journey ends, the fuel cuts off, not as punishment, just because the system was built for motion, not for stillness. And layered on top of that is something called the hedonic treadmill. No matter what you achieve, your emotional baseline resets faster than you expect, without asking your permission. The promotion becomes normal. The body becomes normal. The relationship, the house, the number in the bank. All of it becomes the new floor. And your brain starts scanning the horizon for the next thing to want. Here's what nobody tells you, though. This is not a glitch. This is the feature that kept your ancestors alive. Contentment kills in the wild. Hunger survives. But in modern life, if you don't learn to work with this system, you will spend your entire life chasing things that were never designed to make you feel full. 01. Name the grief out loud. Before you rush toward the next goal, give yourself permission to feel the loss of this one. Psychologist James Pennebaker spent decades researching the science of emotional expression. His finding was simple. Naming what you feel reduces the brain's stress response. Not journaling for hours, not therapy for years, just saying it. I thought I would feel more than this. Say it out loud, or write it down. That one sentence is not weakness. It is the beginning of honesty. 02. Detach your identity from your goals. Here is a question worth sitting with. Who were you before this goal existed? Because if your entire sense of self was wrapped up in achieving this one thing, of course you feel empty when it ends. Psychologists Dacey and Ryan, in their self-determination theory, found that lasting well-being comes not from outcomes, but from living in alignment with your core values: curiosity, connection, growth, contribution. Goals that grow from those roots don't hollow you out when they're done. They deepen who you are. 03. Build a process. Identity, not an outcome. Identity. The people who don't crash after achievement have one thing in common. They love the work itself. They don't say, "I am the person who ran a marathon." They say, "I am a runner." The goal is a moment. The identity is a way of living. When you shift your identity to the process, the dopamine loop stays engaged, not from chasing, from becoming. 04. Protect the gap. Don't rush it. After you achieve something significant, your brain will immediately try to fill the silence. It will tell you, you are falling behind. What is next? Move. That voice is not wisdom. That voice is discomfort disguised as urgency. Neuroscientist Mary Helen Imordino Yang found that the brain's default mode network, the system that activates during rest, is essential for identity integration. The quiet after achievement is not wasted time. It is the time your brain processes who you've become. Protect that time like it's sacred, because it is. 05. Aim for direction, not just destinations. Most goals are destinations. Lose 30 pounds, make 6 figures, get 10,000 followers. Destinations end, and when they end, so does the fuel. But direction never ends. Become someone who thinks more clearly. Build something that lasts. Love more honestly. Understand yourself more deeply. These goals have no finish line, and that is exactly why they keep you alive. Here is the mental model I want you to carry with you. Think of your goals as candles. When you light one, it gives you warmth, light, direction. But if you build your entire life around one candle, when it burns out, you are left in the dark. The answer is not to keep relighting the same one. The answer is to use each flame to light the next one. Let your goals illuminate the path, not define who you are. You worked hard, you got there, and then you sat in the quiet and wondered if something was wrong with you. Nothing is wrong with you. You were just never told how your brain actually works. Your brain was not built for contentment. It was built for motion, for growth, for the hunt, and the emptiness you felt after achievement. That was not failure. That was your brain asking a question. Not, what do you want next? But, who do you want to become? That question changes everything, because goals end. But the person pursuing them, that person keeps going. Subscribe if you want more psychology videos that help you understand yourself on a deeper level. Because sometimes, the real achievement is understanding who you are becoming.